do think.
No, I'm saying
Someone who harms another person.
This is actually. So your question is how Ishvara is an evil person. Is there consciousness in the person?
Yes.
The consciousness is God. Okay. The Ishvara or the universal principle doesn't differentiate a sinner and a saint. He gives the same amount of air, wind, fire, earth, breathing, heartbeat, everything for the same person. So the God has no discrimination in terms of providing. He is a giver. The universe's existence is a giver. It doesn't distinguish between a snake and a cow. Okay. Now, a person who is there, okay, can cause harm to others, can cause suffering to others. That's what we call evil. From God point of view, everybody is same. But from person point of view, okay, he can view life in a different way. Why does he view life in a different way? Is because each of us has been given something called ego. Okay. The ego is a protective mechanism which is given to us, for each of us. Right? What is the protective mechanism? So, you are going somewhere, somebody is touching you. You don't like it because you want to protect yourself. So, each of us given a small shell called protection called ego. Okay. Everybody has been given, all animals, everybody has been given that small thing called ego. Now, this ego is a protective mechanism, it is blind. It doesn't know what to protect. It doesn't know, it is not a judgmental. The judgment comes from the quality of the person, how he sees the life. Okay. And people see life in a wrong way, totally wrong way. Then their behavior will be different because of the ego. And ego is a mechanism provided by the existence for all the people. For example, a coconut has a shell. The coconut in the tree has a husk, the hard husk, and shell. Why that shell and hard husk are there?
To protect the
Huh?
To protect the fruit inside.
Fruit inside. Till what point of time? Till that fruit inside is ready to sprout. Then the shell will break. Right? So the protective mechanism is given for all aspects of nature. In human being also the protective mechanism called ego is given to protect yourself. Now this protective mechanism, ego, can behave violently or wrongly because it's a protective mechanism, it's a hard shell. Okay. It doesn't know what's right and wrong. It's like a dog. You have a dog for taking care of the house. The dog barks at everybody. This ego tries to protect in all circumstances. Now, depending on where the person is born, where the society, which place, and with the ego what he has, he can learn wrong habits as a protective mechanism. It's given as a protective mechanism. And that is the evil tendency in the person. The person is not evil, but the tendencies are evil because of the ego and his circumstance. But the existence or God does not differentiate between any of this. For a sinner and saint, same amount of sunlight, same amount of air, something is given by the existence. Right? The ego is the problem, and ego is a protective mechanism. It's a hard shell. The hard shell with whom it hurts, it doesn't know. But the shell will break. The ego will break when the coconut shell will break when the inner kernel is ready for sprouting. Similarly, human ego will break when the evolution happens, when he is ready for liberation and enlightenment. Till that point of view, ego will be there in one form or other form. And one form, we say somebody else's ego is good or bad. But my ego itself will be hurting somebody or doing something. It's all relative. Somebody is doing too much of damage, we say he's bad. But my ego is hurting myself or somebody else also. Okay, that we don't ignore. Ultimately, ego is a protective mechanism which is causing problem. Or rather, which is responsible for the evil and goodness what we see in the society. Any questions? It's too heavy, everybody's sleeping.
When it's guna,
Huh?
the gunatraya,
Hmm.
so that goes with the ego, the quality of
Yeah.
the guna.
Hmm.
How do you relate to the Ishvara and the guna?
Ishvara is operating with the gunas. Ishvara is nothing but Sattva guna, pure Sattva guna. And Ishvara creates the world through other two gunas, Rajas and Tamas. The world is a mixture of Rajas and Tamas.
So then the quality of life depends on the guna.
Yeah, gunas also.
Then the karma rises, all that follows.
Yeah, yeah. Stop my driver. Stop.